Hey guys, it's noahsmods. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a showcase for the Ghostcode mod menu for GTA Online Expanded and Enhanced. This is one of the only expanded and enhanced menus that I've used on this channel. So obviously this is going to be a very exclusive video. To open up the menu, you want to go ahead and click Insert. Then you'll be presented with some of the main options. So you've got stuff like your play related options. Now, one thing to note when it comes to these expanded and enhanced menus, they are not a separate application, but when you do click on the menu, your game audio will stop and you will not be able to move in game. If you click any button, you'll just hear your Windows error. So it's kind of like a separate application inside of GTA. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this. So on play related options, you have your basic essentials, stuff like God mode, no ragdoll. You've got fast run, which obviously makes you quick. Never wanted, off radar, no recoil and no reload, so we can go ahead and test these out here. So you can see it definitely got fast run, no recoil and no reload. So then moving on, we have a damage. This is for your bullet damage, so how much you want each bullet to deal damage to a player or an object or a car. See how the car blew up very quick? That's because the damage per bullet was very high. So you can also pick your bullets per shot, so essentially changes it from being maybe one shot to multiple bullets at once. It's a nice feature to have. You've also then got your impact type. This just picks what kind of impact you want when you shoot something. So you can have an explosion, so you can have exploding bullets. You can also pick your explosion type, so if you pick fists, you don't get that option, but if you click explosion, you can pick your explosive type. So let's just say plane. It's gonna be quite a big explosion, as you can see. You've also got your basic stuff like TP to waypoint, P to a waypoint here. So now I am at the location. So then you've got give weapon, which will just give you any weapon. You've got no clip. This is actually a very good no clip script. And you've also got the option for camera FOV, so you can pick what you want your field of view to be. Got free cam. This is also another nice little feature they've added. You can also pick your speed for that. You've also got suicide, which is pretty self-explanatory. So now moving on to the visuals option, you've got stuff like you can turn on box. This is for like chams, so obviously if you are in an online lobby, see other players with these options. So let's turn some of these on. I can go demonstrate, so we'll turn these options on here. So now, as you can see, the ESP is working. He's got his health bar, his name, all of that stuff. Do stuff like weapon, head circle, stuff like that. You can pick your distance, so how far it needs to be for them not to be shown. So obviously you have click to TP, local bullet tracers, which just shows bullet tracers for you on your screen. So as you can see, I've got bullet tracers there. You can also add player bullet tracers, so if a player shoots at you, you can also see his bullets. You can even have NPC bullet tracers, which is something I haven't seen in other menus, so that's also quite nice for enhanced. You also have your aimbot options, so you can have aimbot and magic bullet. Pretty sure magic bullet is like soft aim, so you don't have to aim at the person and it'll track your bullet. You also have your FOV for your aimbot, so basically whenever there is another player inside of this circle, the aimbot will lock onto them. You have your smoothness, so it stops it from being choppy. You have a display circle and display line. What I must say for this menu, considering it is an enhanced menu, the aimbot is actually really good. So now we're going to move on to the vehicle options. I'm just going to go ahead and get one of my personal vehicles out. I can just click it here. You can see it spawned in my personal vehicle. When you go ahead and open up the menu, you go to vehicle options. These are your main vehicle options. You also do have a vehicle spawner here. But let's go into the vehicle options. You have God mode, which obviously just gives you a vehicle God mode. But yeah, now my vehicle has God mode. You can also apply vehicle extras, which some other menus do not have. So you can do rocket boost and jump, which is quite cool. So it jumps. That's quite cool actually. You also have RGB car. Noted this is client only, which means only you can see this. Obviously if you're just playing by yourself, be quite a cool option to have, maybe if you're making a video or something. You also have other options like return personal vehicle to garage, teleport inside active personal vehicle, and repair vehicle. What I also find really cool with this menu is you can actually bind some of the options to a key. So you can see here, if I click bind, it will bind to a key. Obviously I don't want to bind anything right now, but you can click bind and bind it to a key. So if you want to instantly do something, you can just press that key. You also have fast drive, which just allows your car to go, well, really fast. You can also brake and reverse quite quick. There is also this section here at the very top called vehicle spawner, where you can spawn any vehicle. So thing you want. It also has a nice preview image, so you know what you're spawning. You can also put in your vehicle model ID. Also comes with some nice stats on there too that you can go ahead and read to know what you're spawning. Now moving on to the funnest menu, the online options menu. So in here you get obviously all of your player information, if they have a weapon, if they have a wanted level, if they're in god mode, stuff like that. Some basic player options here. You also have your player tags, so stuff like V, which stands for vehicle, and G, which I think stands for either, yeah, that stands for god mode. So G stands for god mode and V stands for in a vehicle. But apart from that, you can do your basic options like teleport to player. So you can go ahead and teleport to players. See this guy inside of the gun shop and I just teleported to him, but that works fully. You also have options like explode, which will explode the player. It's an explode loop. You can also do a god check, which will check if they are god mode. There is also cargo plane, which I'm not sure what that does. I think it flies cargo planes into the person. You can also whitelist the player to stop anything happening to them. Now we're going to move on to my favorite section, the recovery section. This allows you to use this XP multiplier. So if you get XP, obviously multiplies your XP rating. You also have rig slots, loose slots, bypass casino limits. So I'm going to go ahead and test these out. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and test out is choose the lucky wheel prize. So I'll obviously pick the vehicle. Oh, there you go. Didn't even have to spin the wheel. So I'm going to click rig slots. So now when I go over to the slot machines, I should win straight away. Let's go to this one. I think this one is the biggest winner, if I'm correct. Can have a bigger bet on this one. So yeah, there you go. So you can also set your level into 8,000. So we'll just do something like 150, just something simple. You can also do trigger bunker research. You can do refill supply. You can also do unlock all achievements. You can unlock all the POIs for the damn casino heist. You can also set your target for it, so you can skip the preparations, skip the Lester cooldown, and skip the fingerprint hack also. You can also do the KO Perico heist. You can choose your targets. You can also do unlock all POIs, complete preparations, kill cooldown. So you've also got your miscellaneous and configs. You can choose weather, which is quite cool. You can also toggle snow on and off. You can also choose your quick online options to join a new session, end car race, skips cutscene, kill all peds, which has worked, you can see. You can kill all enemies, anti-idle kick, so if you're AFK it won't kick you. You can also change, which is quite cool, the colour of the menu. You can also set an FPS limiter, either no limit, stuff like that. You can also create a config, so maybe if you like to keep on certain options for missions or something like that, you can make a config, save it and load it whenever you want to use it. So yeah, that was the full showcase overview of the Ghostcode mod menu for GTA Online Expanded and Enhanced. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to use code Ducky at noahsmods.com, first link in the comment.